Hello, everybody. It's Chris, and today we are going to be looking at TikTok, the place where common sense and sanity goes to die a slow, painful death. And we're going to look at the phrase I looked up: fat is not unhealthy. So we are going to see what little gems we find in here today. If you're new, thanks for stopping in. My name's Chris. I am currently on my own health and weight loss journey. I've been fit most of my whole life. I ran into problems a few years ago when I developed, when I contracted Lyme's disease. Now I'm trying to get back in shape. I have a medical background. I was a critical care provider for many years, and I've also studied health, diet, weight loss, hormonal, everything, weight loss, diet, and fitness for a long time. It's a bit of an obsession. And that includes natural health, foods, all that good stuff. If you're returning, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be back doing reacts and being on the YouTube grind, working my way to that 500 subs to get partial monetization and ultimately to the 1,000 and beyond. Thanks for stopping by. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, all the things, so we can get me back in the algorithm's good graces. Okay, so haven't watched these. We are going to look and see what looks interesting, and we're going to see what we have to say. And preface anything I say, I like to give information and tips and stuff like that, but nothing I say is medical advice. Always consult a doctor, nutritionist, dietitian, whatever. If anything I say plants a little seed in your brain that, oh, maybe I have that going on, or maybe I should talk to my doctor about that. Always be proactive about your health, guys. So, okay, I guess we'll just start with the first one here. And some of these I might have to mute, and I'll try to read them or tell you what's going on, because YouTube copyrights everything. So let's get going. Okay.
Like, people don't realize how stupid doctors sound whenever they blame stuff on being overweight that's not related at all. Like,
yeah, they sound real stupid doing their job.
You imagine if any other risk factor was treated like that? Hi, I'm Dr. Lindsay. So it says you're here for an ear infection, and it looks like, yep, you do have an ear infection. Okay, so it does say here that you play football, and so everyone knows football is dangerous. So I think if you just stop playing football, the ear infection, it'll just clear up. Just stop playing football, and you'll be good.
That's like such a lousy comparison or whatever. The thing is okay, and I worked in a doctor's office, and I also worked on an ambulance, and then I spent some time working in a hospital. With my credentials, you can work in various outlets. And I know it happens, but it's not as often as they say. Most doctors are not that negligent. If your weight is truly bad, yes, it is medically irresponsible for them to not bring it up. But I've never seen them not actually check other stuff too. They almost always will. And it is their job when they see you and you're still fat and maybe getting fatter to bring up your weight, because it is not good for your overall health. This is just unbelievable. It's just such a joke. The lengths these people will go to avoid, one, accountability, and two, just to eat a little less food. And they eat a shit ton of food. So they could still eat less food and still be eating a shit ton of food. So that's very greedy. If you ask me, they've got problems. Okay.
You can be.
Whoops. Okay, I'm going to have to mute this. Okay, so this says she's responding to a quote that says, you need to change. That's not healthy. And she says, fatness is not automatically unhealthy. Thinness is not automatically healthy. Stop being fat phobic. Yes, nobody is saying that being thin automatically equals healthy, because you can be thin and not be overeating, but everything you eat is just absolute garbage, and you can still have the problems that obese people have, you know, the inflammation, the heart disease, diabetes, all that stuff. But the fact is you can be 5, 10, even 20, 25 pounds overweight, but beyond that it starts to get to be a problem. And when you're obese like this woman, when you have a very high height to waist ratio, when you've got a big belly, even if you're thin with a huge belly, that's not good. That's sarcopenia. That's a lot of visceral fat. That's the most dangerous. And it's not healthy. So yes, once you get to a certain level of fat, it is always unhealthy, because your blood works great. Yeah, perfect, until it's not. And if they go and look into the deeper markers that they don't typically look at, like specific size of your cholesterol molecules, inflammation markers, all this other, they'll see things wrong. And the stuff, your insulin levels, bad. They will eventually they will start to go, you know, it will start to go down the drain. And this woman doesn't look healthy. Yeah. Okay. Okay, girl. Okay, let's see. We're just gonna go random here. This says Anne Haggerty on being a fit fat person.
I'm a fat person, but I'm really quite a healthy fat. I'm not a fit fat.
No, this is an older woman. She's probably in her 50s. She's fat, but she's probably not fit. She probably is on a couple medications, probably has higher blood pressure, definitely has high insulin levels, inflammation levels, probably has fat in her liver. But at least she admits that she's not fit, that she would like to be fitter, because, you know, we have all the Reagan Chastains out there of the world acting like, you know, fat people can do Ironman. I'm sorry, there's just some things a fat body literally cannot do. A fat person, because you're not a body, you are your body. So
Fat person, and I would like to be fitter, but I am not unhealthy. I do not have big bones.
you are unhealthy though.
I do not have a glandular issue. I'm fat because I eat enormously, and I love cake.
I give her credit for the honesty. And that's the answer for all of them.
It's brilliant.
And where,
Yay, cake. Because cake is delicious.
And I will not disagree. I love ice cream, but I absolutely love cake. It is a very, very big weakness of mine.
This is why we love cake.
We just can't love it all the time. Let's see what this one says.
Being fat is not cute. The reason it's not cute is because you are going to have health problems and it's going to shorten your life.
Sanity.
The body shaming, not cute. And let me tell you why it's not cute. I mean, maybe she's just not educated.
And this is a very pretty girl. This girl who's delusional.
It's like, you know the thing called birth control that girls take? It can cause weight gain. What?
No. Okay, now this is a misconception. Yes, birth control can cause weight gain because of hormonal issues and stuff. 5 pounds maybe 10. Medicines, conditions, all that stuff can maybe make you gain a max of about 10 to 15, maybe 20 pounds. The rest is because you retain water and you eat too much sodium. They make you not active enough. They make you hungry and you eat more. It all comes down to they make you eat more. You eat more. After you won't gain any more than about 5. Like I said, if you're more than 20 pounds overweight, it's because you're eating too much. And when you're obese, it's always because you eat too much. Always. And you're definitely not active enough.
Oh my God.
So don't go blaming it on your birth control or your hypothyroid or your genetics. No. That's not what it is.
PCOS? It's in like 1 in 3 women. It can cause weight gain. Oh my God. Guess what?
Yeah, you can contribute about 5 pounds, 10 pounds to it, maybe, like I said. If you're really unlucky, maybe 15 or 20. And even then, that's because you're getting into where you're just eating more. And that's like the sad truth, because people don't want to have accountability, right? But that's life.
Do you think a 5-year-old chooses to be fat?
Here's the thing: when you become an adult, you do have a choice to be fat or
When
not.
you're
Yeah. A 5-year-old is abused if they're fat. If a child is fat, it's because their parents feed them too much, feed them the wrong things. And you almost never see thin, fit parents with fat kids. It's because the parents are usually unhealthy too. And when you're an adult, you definitely have a choice to learn how to eat better, be more active, make better choices, and lose the weight.
when you become
talking about
fat,
adults.
when you become fat as a 5-year-old, you're fat forever.
No, you don't have to be. You don't have to be. You have to do the work and make the choices. Yeah, you got sold short as a child, but you can overcome that.
Doing that shit, undoing that shit is almost impossible.
It's not impossible.
It's absolutely. It's like
Eating less?
I think
Go to the
2%.
gym.
2%.
Yeah, eating less.
Restrictions.
That's great.
Watch your
That's
diet.
great. And guess how much
This
less?
crazy woke blue-haired guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
Guess how much easier life is when you don't ever have to worry about that, right? There are
It's
people.
obviously easier if you start thin and you stay thin. A lot of us, our parents have really bad habits, and people were told the wrong things to eat. We were pushed low fat, high carb, high sugar, and it's the opposite. You should be eating lower carb to moderate carb max or no carb, and moderate fat and protein. So we were taught wrong, and a lot of people got fat seriously following the guidelines, trying to do the right things. That's the saddest part about it.
That when you hit the overweight, when you hit the obese section of your BMI range, there is a 2% chance you ever make it back to normal.
No, that's not true. It's a much higher than that. That 2%, I don't know, he's pulling that out of his butt or something. That's not true. And you can do it. Don't let, if you let yourself get 100, 200 plus pounds overweight, it's a hard, but it's not impossible. And people like this putting in people's minds that it's impossible will deter them from even trying. He should be ashamed of himself. And unsurprisingly, he's a freaking soft-bodied, dad-bodied, chubby guy. What a shock that the chubby guy, the dad bod guy, is saying this, and the fit guy who did the work from being fat, David Goggins, is the one saying, no, you can do it, because one is willing to do the work and one isn't.
Do you know how much easier you're starting in life if you got parents that care about diet, nutrition, and shit?
Yes, it's easier, but unfortunately not everybody's that lucky. So don't be a victim of your freaking childhood forever. Grow up and have some self-accountability and do the damn thing.
And you make it to 18 at a normal BMI, then a kid is fucking overweight when they're 5 years old?
Yeah, okay, that's cool. But when you become an adult, if you're still, it's your fault.
Yep. Yep. David Goggins, I'm sure they don't like him very much now, do they? What I eat as a very fat vegan that's very unhealthy and glorifies obesity. Okay, this is Ruthie, and she was a vegan, and yes, she eats like crap.
What I eat in a day as a fat vegan that's very...
So she starts out, and most of her stuff, some of her stuff's okay, but she eats a lot of processed stuff. Here's a processed piece of cinnamon toast with sugar, with syrup. So we're starting the morning, no protein, with processed carbs and sugar on sugar on sugar. And probably a vegan butter. So that's a hydrogenated seed oil that's very bad for you, very inflammatory. Garbage.
very unhealthy and glorifies obesity. Cinnamon raisin French toast.
I'm sure it tastes good, but it's not good for you.
A breakfast sausage.
A breakfast sausage. So a highly processed Franken food. Now, I like a Boca burger or something every now and then, but not all the time. These sausages, this stuff is all just highly processed soy. Like this stuff is not like these like soy products and fake meats. They are not cooked. They are not baked. They are manufactured in a factory. It's, yeah, they may taste good. It'd be nice as an occasional treat, but this can't be a staple. If you're going to be a vegetarian or a vegan, try liking vegetables and fruit. Most of y'all become carbitarians and stuff, and that's not good.
Tofurkey wrap.
Like, again, that's not bad, but why put that stupid tofurkey on it? That's crap. Like, why? Like, I can't even say that name with a straight face. Like, have the wrap, Put some lettuce, tomatoes, avocado, slice up some green peppers and onions and shred some carrots in there. Make a little bit of a dressing with a little olive oil and tahini and balsamic vinegar. That would be delicious. Put a couple slices of tofu or something in there. Why do you gotta do this freaking fake tofu, furky, whatever stuff in it?
Dairy-free Boursin and GF crackers.
Okay, again, like it's all vegan convenience food.
Teriyaki tofu over mixed veggies and white rice.
Like that's okay, but it's from a restaurant. It's cooked in a seed oil. It's not that great. But that's a little better. That one was better. At least it had some veggies and stuff like that.
I hated this ice cream.
But I bet you ate it anyways.
Fries.
And a big thing of like fries. That's really bad for you. Like, did you see like she didn't like really cook anything or prep anything? Like, it was all some form of vegan convenience food, vegan substitute for regular food. It's not the way to do it.
Okay, love you, bye. What I
Very
eat
low on protein and stuff too. The tofu made it a little better with the protein, but okay, let's see what this guy says. Here.
This woman wants to make kids fat, and she is so woke that she thinks if you put your kid on a
Oh, maybe we have some sanity here.
diet, it's a bad idea. Meet Virginia Soul Smith. She thinks that weight
Now, keep in mind, if you're not looking, this woman he's talking about, Virginia Soul Smith, do you think she's fat? Do you? She's fat. Of course she's fat.
loss is not the path to health and happiness. I wonder what she
Says the fat girl lady who doesn't want to pursue health and happiness.
thinks about the numerous studies firmly connecting obesity with depression. We've gotten so soft as a culture that we
Yeah, obesity and eating a ton of these processed foods with all these chemicals and franken foods and ingredients and stuff. It's shown it medically causes neural inflammation in your brain, and it greatly affects your mood. That's one of the reasons why when people lose weight, they get happier and feel a lot better. It's not just because they're thinner, but it's because they're usually eating better, being more active, moving around more, which is also good for your mental health and stuff like that. So there are physiological changes in your brain when you become obese and when you live on nothing but processed junk.
glorify these people. We're trying to tell you, no, it's okay. It's okay to be fat. It's okay to be overweight. You shouldn't go on a diet.
That's because they're lazy and they don't want when other people succeed and do what they are unwilling to do, it just points out in their mind their shortcomings and it makes them look worse and feel worse and they don't like it. So it's the whole keep everybody down with me, then nobody will rise up and I won't look bad, right?
Diet. When the reality is, if you are a fat kid, you should probably go on a diet. Now, I do not think.
Yes, and now we can't don't put kids on crash diets and stuff. My dog is in a bad mood today. I'm sorry. Don't put kids on crash diets. Don't let your kid get fat in the first place, but just make sure you're introducing them to healthy foods, snacks, keep them active. Don't let them just sit on devices all day, every day. They don't need dessert after breakfast and dessert after lunch and dinner all the time. Give them healthier choices, fruits, veggies, lower sugar options and stuff like that. Find things they like and then work with it. Don't just give them all boxed macaroni and cheese and processed chicken nuggets and McDonald's all the time. Actually cook for them. Meats, veggies, fruits, some whole grains, stuff like that. And kids will be actually quite receptive.
I think you should crash diet or do anything unhealthy, but eating unprocessed food and going into a slight calorie deficit, whether that's by working out or managing what you eat, is absolutely a good idea and it is healthy. It is extremely difficult to find anybody who would disagree with that. And here we are.
Yeah, that's not unhealthy. That's a good rule of thumb for kids, adults, anybody.
In this backwards world where we have an overweight woman telling you that diet culture is toxic, that you shouldn't pursue being thin, and ignoring the fact that obesity is directly linked with depression. So let me know what you think below, but I think you should reject this. Go lift weights, go eat well. As long as you're getting plenty of nutrients and you're not doing anything unhealthy, it's fine to stick to a diet. Let me know what you think about this. I think this is absolutely insane. This is the way the world's headed in 2023. It's crazy. This woman wants to make
isn't that insane? everyone's pushing this now and stuff. Like, they want us to be unhealthy. You know, the big they. There's no money in healthy people that eat fruits and vegetables and grow their own food and eat whole foods and stuff like that. There's no money in that from McDonald's and big pharma and big food and medical. No, the money isn't in healthy people or dead people. The money's in the middle, where they can keep you on medications and keep you unhealthy. Like, you know, an unhealthy population can't rebel, can't rise up, can't fight, and you know, they're very easily controlled. And then you're on all this medication, on all these procedures, on all this care for many, 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 many years, and you're lining the pockets of these people, and that's all they care about. That's all they care about. Very sad. You can call me a conspiracy theorist, but it's true.
Skinny is not synonyms of healthy.
No, skinny is not synonymous with healthy, but this woman here has a very healthy body weight. If you're not looking at the TV or whatever, she's a very thin woman, probably about 115 pounds, toned, in good shape. But if she looks like this, but all she eats is like ice cream and McDonald's, then she's still going to have some health issues, and she should not eat just that. But size-wise, she is a healthy body weight.
I am 26, and fat is not synonymous of unhealthy.
This woman is very overweight. She probably needs to lose at least 80 pounds. Has a lot of weight in her belly, big round barrel belly, indicative of a lot of visceral fat, probably a lot of fat on her liver, not very active, eats too much, and even if you exercise daily, that's even worse. If you exercise daily or all the time and you're maintaining a weight like this, that means you're even eating more than what you're already overeating. Then it's, you know, it's like worse. This size, no matter what, is unhealthy.
I'm 26 and I exercise daily. I have normal blood pressure and cholesterol. Who knew, right?
Until you don't. And that is not the end all be all of health is good blood pressure and cholesterol. In fact, more people with good cholesterol and low cholesterol have heart attacks and heart disease than people with high cholesterol. Cholesterol, it's been learned in recent years, it's not the boogeyman they made it out to be. It's important, you need it, and dietary cholesterol has very little effect actually on your blood cholesterol. That's another story, but her blood pressure is good until it isn't. And she probably has high insulin levels, fat on her liver, pressure in her joints. Her inflammatory markers are probably high. Her blood sugar levels are probably going up and down and are crazy. So, yeah, you're not healthy. I don't care. I'd like to see what her triglycerides are. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Just because you're 26 and you can get up and walk around and your blood pressure is holding on right now doesn't mean it's going to for long, you know.
Sing it with me. It's not morally bad to be.
Here we go.
Once you get to a certain size of fat, yes, it is morally wrong. Because it's your choice and you are choosing to make yourself unhealthy and possibly be a burden onto your loved ones, your partner, your children, possibly die and leave them. And you're using more healthcare and you're eating more food and leaving more waste and using more resources. So yes, if you're extremely overweight, then it is morally wrong to a degree, right? We all need to do our part. Keeping the planet healthy, keeping ourselves healthy for our family, being a good, positive role model for our children.
No one's saying it's morally bad to be fat.
I kind of just did.
No one's saying it's morally bad to be fat. We're saying health at every size is a complete and utter lie. So stop.
Very true.
Stop trying to be a victim because you're fat.
That was very good. I give her credit for that. And I'm not saying you're like a total utter immoral failure if you're fat. No, but if you choose to stay that way, think that the problem is everybody else's but yours, and oh, everybody should have to change for me, I should be catered to, then yes, it is a bit of a moral problem. You should, if you're trying to make changes, you want to do better, you know, you're doing the best you can, then I'm your biggest fan. I will help you. Other people will help you. You know what I mean? But it's the people like the fat activists and stuff that, yes, they are morally corrupt. I'm just scrolling around here.
Being fat is not.
This lady's crazy. She is this is the, what is it, the H&M review or something like that. She's nuts.
Healthy. Like, there's a reason why you're fat. Yes, there is.
But she's very, very true.
You're not happy. Yes, it's true. Or, like, it's true. So, these women are like, oh my god, I'm so happy. Like, no, you're not. You're eating like a fucking cow because you're not happy. So, I'm not even get into it with you, okay? Being fat.
I should try to find a video of her on YouTube where she talks about losing weight and stuff. She like goes off. She's so triggered, just like my dog is like triggered right now. He's not in a good mood today, but that's correct. Most of these women try to talk about how happy they are and confident and self-love, and really they're not. You know what I mean? You don't love yourself if you eat yourself into sickness and inhuman shape and pain and immobility. Yes, so I mean that's just, it is what it is. My dog is mad because I don't allow him in the window right now because if someone's out there, he'll bark. He's just not in a good mood. He's making it impossible for me to record. Okay, let's see.
Is your life better? Are you happier? Is everything better now that you're slightly smaller than you were before?
Absolutely. And I'm not a little bit smaller, I'm a lot smaller. I can still have kids, and that may not have happened if I had stayed the size I was. Like, my question to you is, can you honestly say that you are 100% happy and healthy?
I think it's really interesting that I feel like I need to justify my existence in this risk. No. I just think that that this is the way the discussion.
This is from like a discussion panel or something from Australia, like from several years ago, and like they just dog piled onto this girl that was just talking because she lost weight, and what she had said was, are you really that much happier now that you're in a smaller body and you've lost weight? And the girl's like, yes I am, and I'm not just a little smaller, I'm a lot smaller. I lost a lot of weight and I feel better and I can have kids now and I'm a lot better. And then they ask her the same question, the big lady, and she's sitting here going off about, I shouldn't need to justify my existence. But she just did that. She just made this girl who lost weight did that. That's the one. They hate thin people. They hate fit people. The people they hate the most are the dreaded former fats. They hate them.
Discussion is running is very indicative of the general prevailing attitude towards fatness and the refusal to even accept that potentially there can be other ways of living as in healthy body.
I just want to know what are you eating? Like, I just want to know, and I'll tell you what I eat, and we can work out.
So that's what it comes down to. Like, what you're saying is incredibly, like, it's such a small equation that you want to know what I eat.
Yes, because what you eat is what is made. That woman, I believe her name was Kelly Stillwater or Drinkwater or something, is pretty morbidly obese. So it comes down to what she's eating.
She just asked you a question. Why are you trying to derail or sidetrack?
Because that's what the fat acceptance people do whenever they don't like when you're making a point.
Her question, and push the argument onto her. She literally asked you, what do you eat?
And they don't want to admit it because they deny that food and what they eat and that their habits have anything to do with their size, when it has everything to do with their size. Denial is one of the biggest attributes of the fat activist.
This is what I can't stand about the fat acceptance community. They say that they're happy with their bodies, they'll eat what they want, and they'll be happy regardless. Yet, once you start questioning their eating habits and whether they're exercising, and the fact that what they're doing is promoting obesity, which is a serious illness that is linked to several other illnesses,
yes,
including cancer, they will immediately deflect and make it seem like the person that's questioning them is in the wrong.
Oh, you've hurt my feelings. You know, you asked me, what do I eat? You've hurt my feelings, and now I'm mad at you. And everyone should be mad at you because you questioned me.
Is your life better? Are you happier? Is everything?
Yeah, that's like very, very true. They can't accept it. And they get very angry. The fact is, guys, if these people were happy, they wouldn't need all the outside reassurance and justifications. Oh, you're beautiful. You're a queen. You're perfect. You're amazing. Yes, everything you do is right. Nothing is your fault. And they wouldn't be so adamant about, don't weigh me at the doctor's office. Don't weigh me. Don't tell me my weight. Don't ask me my weight. Don't ask me what size I wear. Because if they were truly happy and proud and confident, they would own it. They would say it. You know what I mean? When I was at my heaviest, I didn't like my size. I didn't like saying my number out loud. I didn't even like my eyeballs seeing that number on the scale and transmitting that info to my brain. I still don't like the number, but I'm a lot happier with it because I've been working and losing weight. And I can say now, I was 179. I hit 170. I hit 169 this morning. And that doesn't bug me. I wouldn't want to tell everybody, but I can say it to my family and stuff right here because I can say it to myself because I'm confident in that number because it's not the almost 190, 192 that it was, probably 192, I think at the very, very highest. And the fact is I didn't like hearing it when I was that size because I hated it. If I go to the doctor today, I'd be like, yeah, weigh me. What is it? Because while I'm still unhappy with it, I'm working on it and it's changing. These people are truly not happy. And if they leave their hug box or echo chamber, they absolutely just fall to pieces. So there's a lot of sanity in this. Oh, I spoke too soon. I see Fat Fab Feminist. Let's see what she has to say.
Let's say you're right.
She's responding to a comment that says being fat is not healthy. Let's say you're right. Well, we are. She's one of the most snarky, uppity, sticks her nose, looks down at people from her nose ones out there. She's just she thinks she's so much better than everybody else.
Let's say every single fat person on the planet is unhealthy.
They are. To some degree, they are. Even if we're just looking at basically habits and the pressure on their joints.
Not true. But let's say you're right.
Well, okay. Some of them might not be that unhealthy. Like I said, you have 10, 20 pounds. That might not be so bad. But when you're Fat Fab Feminist size, you are most definitely unhealthy for several reasons. I mean, her joints are getting beat up. She probably has inflammation, definitely high levels of insulin, blood sugar crazy, all kinds of issues. I mean, I'm sorry, whenever you're big enough that your liver is starting to turn into foie gras, then you've got problems and you are not healthy.
What? What are we supposed to do with that? Do fat people not deserve to be treated equally?
You deserve to be treated politely. I don't necessarily want to say with respect because respect is earned, at least where I come from and when I grew up. But I'm not mean to people just because they're fat. Just be nice, talk to people, be friendly. But you know what? It's not like people aren't mistreating you if you can't fit through a turnstile or you can't fit in an airplane seat. That's not people shaming you or being rude to you. And they conflate all that stuff as like not being treated with basic human dignity, right? No, you ate yourself out of certain basic human abilities. Just be responsible for your actions.
Fat people not deserve to be treated with humanity just because they're unhealthy. Every time I post a video.
No, I don't treat people bad because they're unhealthy. But you get mad because you're told that being fat is unhealthy and that you should change and you need to be responsible for your behavior. They just want to be told, you're lovely, you're perfect, you're amazing, nothing's your fault, you're a queen, go girl. Like, no.
I'm told I'm unhealthy. I'm told that fat people can't be healthy, da 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 da.
Once they're your size, fat feminists, they cannot be. They are not unhealthy. Like I said before, foie gras.
Why does that matter? Why does your health matter?
It matters because we all share healthcare expenses and resources and cost of food and cost of goods and waste in the environment.
Healthy?
You don't live on this planet all by your lonesome. I know you think that maybe the whole world revolves around you, but it in fact does not.
Shouldn't be a prerequisite for being treated like a person. Not that any of you are actually concerned with our health. We all know
a lot of, see, that's another cop out. That's just them, another way of them trying to get you to shut up when it comes to saying anything. Whenever I say something about somebody's, it's because I do care about them. I do care about people's health. A lot of people do. People get into the business of helping people with weight and health and stuff because they want to make people better and live better lives and happier. People like this are never going to be happy, though. She's just going to be miserable one way or the other.
A transparent excuse to share your hatred for fat people.
Unless she gets a plus-size throne for her plus-size butt with people worshiping her plus-size feet all the time and questioning nothing she says, she's not going to be happy. You can't make these people happy.
You are an anonymous person on the internet. My health is none of your business.
Okay, but you know what? Then don't put yourself on the internet. If you are putting your stuff out on the internet on a public profile where people can look, people can say whatever the hell they want to you. They can react, they can respond, they can make compilations, they can turn you into a meme, they can do whatever the hell you want. Keep your page private. Oh, but you don't want to do that because you want to be seen and you want the attention and you want to get paid to do this. So you have to take the bad with the good, right? That's just how it is. It's human nature to judge.
And if you say, yeah, I will only treat you like a person if you're healthy.
And nobody says that. Nobody says, oh, I treat unhealthy people like shit. No, like that. Do you see the delusion, like the gaslighting here?
You are spewing eugenicist ideas.
Oh yeah, it's eugenics. It's eugenics. That's right. Because we want all fat people to disappear and die. If we make them lose weight, they'll be DEAD people. No, you won't be. You'll just be a thinner, healthier version of yourself, less burden to society, and chances are more productive and happier. So everybody wins. Yeah, but it's genetic. It's eugenics. They throw around phrases that they do not even understand just to sound big and bad and important. Eugenics, oppression, homophobia, transphobia, any type of phobia, misogyny, patriarchy, colonialism. They just throw out all these big words to sound important and like smart. But chances are when you sit down and really listen to what they say, like a lot of them, I'm sorry, but their BMI is probably higher than their IQ.
Make you want to have. I'd personally reconsider.
Okay, we're going to end it there. We'll leave it with Fat Fab Feminist. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about this whole fat is not unhealthy movements? It's driving me crazy. They're encouraging people to stay sick, be sick, get sicker. And a lot of people learn in this movement when it's too late. And then they're like, oh my God, I have all these health problems. What did I do to myself? I was so stupid. We want to try to nip this in the bud. And it's really taking off in mainstream media these days. And that horrifies me. I can't believe that's actually a thing. So let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, do all the things. And I will see you very soon.